Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're much more enthusiastic
Now
now.
that you know the show is going live? So what's up? What have you guys been up to in this last week?
My mic was muted that time. I
Woo!
was trying to tell you that I was great. Thanks for asking, Neil.
Oh,
It's Thanksgiving week. Is everybody excited for Thanksgiving?
I'm super excited.
As a Canadian, I cannot wait for your Thanksgiving. It's really exciting.
When's Canadian Thanksgiving?
We care so much that I don't even know.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it's such a big deal, to be honest. Like, all we do is just eat, like, poultry.
Why is it a big deal? Why is it a big deal to practice thankfulness in our everyday lives and to set aside a day to be thankful for everything we
But
have?
we should be
Jen?
thankful every day and eat poultry once a week.
I agree that.
Mhm.
So
I'm going home to Portland. What are you guys doing?
It's on October 10th.
I will be streaming on Thanksgiving. So
Ooh.
I'm
Huh.
just going to be contemplating how superior technology is good in order to subjugate other people.
Someone's been playing a
I'm
lot of
thankful for that.
Civilization. I am trying to get my in-laws to come down to Santa Barbara to join us in our Thanksgiving because they don't like to travel very much. But it's not that far of a distance. Otherwise, they'd just be up there all by themselves. So I'm trying to convince them to
Aw.
come down.
I'm debating if I want to make a turkey on stream, but I haven't decided.
That'd be awesome.
Last time I did a turkey dinner was made one was a few years ago, but it wasn't done till almost 10 p.m.
That's cool. It's not too late, is it? I know that turkey making is a long process.
I forget what happened that day. It just ended up taking longer to get everything else done. It was my first time doing it, so
Has cooking even been allowed on Twitch since last Thanksgiving? Like, would you be one of the first people to cook a Thanksgiving turkey on Twitch?
Well, cooking's allowed and creative, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Since last Thanksgiving, has cooking just become allowed since last Thanksgiving? Like, it was around.
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. You could be one of the first people to do it.
It's true. I could make a turkey dinner.
I'd eat.
You'd eat.
Am I invited over?
Sure. You want to fly over on Thanksgiving? Go right ahead.
You provide the turkey?
I will provide the turkey, all the things.
Are you gonna make a tofurkey as well? Because I don't eat turkey.
I can make a tofurkey.
Uh,
Oh yeah, what do you do in place of
Turkey.
tofu that you eat instead on Thanksgiving?
My family makes so many really good side dishes that it doesn't even matter if you eat turkey. I eat like
Bring one of
rolls
those good
and
side dishes, and I'll make the tofurkey.
I eat a lot of. My family makes those yams with marshmallows on top. And as a kid, I was always like, "This is secretly dessert. You guys don't know that you're serving me marshmallows."
Aw.
Wait, there's marshmallow?
Do you guys have a
Yeah.
big family gathering, Anna?
Maybe that's
Uh-huh.
why you guys like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, dude. There's sweet potatoes that are like caramelized with marshmallows over the top that are like browned. It's really good.
What is this madness? Oh,
Google
you-
it. Google
It's actually
don't
a
even
dessert.
Thanksgiving
It's
sweet
actually the
potatoes.
way I don't like sweet potato.
I don't even really like it anymore. It's just that it was such an important thing to me as a kid that I will always eat them on Thanksgiving.
For me, it's like if you can make a really good mashed potatoes, you win my heart.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the best. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I never get mashed potatoes anymore. It's always like if you go out, it's like the little square potatoes or like a roasted potato or
Mm-mm.
a baked potato, but a really, really good mashed potatoes and not the box mashed potatoes. Those aren't mashed potatoes.
That's
Make
disgusting.
those. I
Those
just
are
throw them out the
mashed
window.
potatoes.
Ugh.
Those
I
are
know.
just powdered starch.
I highly recommend KFC's mashed potatoes.
No, those are like box mashed
Yeah.
potatoes too. No,
What is
KFC
this
is off limits.
madness?
So I was thinking if this is our season finale, we should do like a more extensive recap to get people up to speed on this
Sure.
episode.
Maybe season finale. Not sure yet.
Yeah, it's the potential season finale.
Right, depending on how quickly we go through things. So let's treat it like it's going to be, and then maybe we'll have an extra special season finale.
Finale.
Yeah,
The
finale
of
next
the
week.
finale. Got it.
So, here's the high level. Okay, we're in this land. We are a monk / nun, however you want to gender that specific occupation. We have a ranger. That's what you are, right, Trellis?
Ranger.
Yeah, human ranger. We have an undead skeleton wizard.
Clark.
Cleric. And we have
Excuse me.
sorry. And Dark Albert's the wizard, right?
Yeah, the wizard thief.
Yeah. And is Dark Albert a dwarf?
No, he's an elf. What's going on here, people?
I picture him really small. I picture him really short. Is he short?
He's not short, he's really tall.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why he wants to kill you.
This is why we need a recap.
Tall. He's 6 foot tall and he's really skinny and he's not very attractive. If you thought he was really attractive, Anna,
I
sorry
did
to
not.
break it to you.
That was the one thing I knew. He has one eye, right? Too.
Yeah,
And he wears like an eye patch.
yeah, that's accurate.
And the rest of the party, excluding me, have been together longer. I joined the party as a monk when they came to the Nuns of Valmontarius, and I was part of that order, and I joined them there. Before meeting me, the party had done sundry things around the realm, but one of them was trying to kind of establish their place in this village on an island, which was part of the Spice Islands. And on that island was also a dragon. And through an unfortunate series of events that was totally not really kind of their fault, they released the dragon from imprisonment on that island, and it has been wreaking havoc all over the world. And they have become wanted as the dragon freers, and they're known criminals. But also their friend Maribel was part of that crew who I used to play, and she got unceremoniously killed by a plant monster shortly after having released the dragon. Yeah. Trellis is a little bit beat up over that, I think, because Maribel and Trellis were good friends. But Temriel did not show Maribel any respect, tried to cook and eat her pet bird after
Correction, that's one person's interpretation of things. I tried to show Maribel the utmost respect by offering to raise her so she could continue fighting as a proud warrior.
So Maribel's bones are the party is in possession of Maribel's bones currently. The bird was actually burnt and never eaten, so it just completely went to waste. Dark Albert is mostly obsessed with becoming a ship's captain and also with learning new magic. And they have all been on a quest most recently to find the Orb of Imprisonment, which they found. And the Orb of Imprisonment can be used to imprison the dragon. So because they care for some reason, in the little speck of goodness left in their hearts about the dragon wreaking havoc, they're going to imprison the dragon in the Orb of Imprisonment. And that is the plan. Right now, they have found this mountain where the dragon is hiding. And they are about to ascend the mountain and hopefully imprison the dragon. And Fehana is helping because she also wants to imprison the dragon. Because who wants a dragon flying around, burning stuff and eating people?
Except if it's your dragon. Then you want that dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Neil, did I miss anything important?
I think the only thing you missed is where you guys currently are. And that is at the base of Ice Cap, where the dragon resides. You are on your ship. We should probably recap how we got here so Jen can follow along. You have a guide who says he knows a way up the mountain towards the peak. And rumor has it the dragon Brimstone, Fire Incarnate, has been residing in the Wyvern's lair that you so gracefully cleaned out for him accidentally before you knew that he was going to be here. Not that he couldn't take a Wyvern on his own, but, now it's nice and comfy. So, how did you guys get to where you are right now?
We sailed up the river
Yep.
in our magic boat.
Mm-hmm. And do
Yeah,
you
'cause we
have
have
any
friends.
problems along the way?
Nope.
I mean, it depends on what you consider a problem. We met some little dudes.
A leprechaun? He was.
Was it a leprechaun?
Yeah, he was a leprechaun. You nailed it.
Sweet. Yeah, we met some leprechauns. They didn't really do much except get bored by us and try to annoy us.
They are annoying creatures.
Yeah.
Mischievous, troublesome, irritating. Yeah. All right. So why don't we come into game? You guys are at the base of the... well, actually, you're still on your boat, and you've come to the point where the river is kind of thinning out, and all the tributaries are starting to spill in or pull away, depending on which way in the river you're going. And so your ship kind of just brushes up against the sandbar in the middle of the river, which is only now, a few feet deep, maybe inches deep at the top of the sandbar. You're all on your boat in the forest, fairly close to the mountain. It is the middle of the afternoon, and take it away, players.
I had the most wonderful nap. How was your nap?
We did not take naps.
What?
We only took the nap. You are
What have
sickly
you
and
been up
old.
to?
Well, Albert, I'm glad you were rested. That means you prepared invisibility, yes?
Of course I did. I always do. It's one of my favorite spells.
Well then, Brimstone will be no more as we imprison him while we are invisible. Or rather, while Fehana is invisible. This shall be a most easy task.
Indeed.
Let us get off the ship and up the mountain.
Let's go.
As we hop off, I utter Rift Box, which turns the ship into a box, and I tie it onto my back.
Hey. So, you guys hop off, the ship turns into a box, you toss it on your back, and the guide leads you forward. Now, Icecap is one of two mountains that are side by side. Icecap's the bigger one, no one really pays much mind to the slightly smaller one. But there is a small canyon between the two, and that is where your guide begins to lead you. You fairly quickly exit the wonderful, lush forests of kind of northern Gade Isle and enter into this kind of windy, rocky, quiet area between these two mountains.
I sing I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan.
Fantastic. How does that go?
Let's get down to business to defeat Brimstone.
Fantastic.
Glad we're in a party and we're not alone. I can go on now.
Oh,
I'm sure you can, but we got to get through a lot of material today, so we'll save it for
Mark
later.
Alberts find this really irritating.
I find this very entertaining.
When they tell me to stop, I just start humming under my just humming to myself as I go.
I
we
tried
must
to
keep
break
our senses sharp to make sure that no dragons sneak up upon us. To do this, quiet is required.
I hum quieter.
Right. Your guide takes you up the side of this pass in a very awkward area. It's definitely not, it's not been carved out. You're kind of going, like, walking alongside this uncomfortably steep angle. But he pushes you forward until it eventually smooths out into a more flat area, where he stops you and lets you know that this path you're on now, which is not really a path, kind of winds itself around the mountain and then has a few switchbacky areas and then winds itself around again and goes to the peak. Once upon a time, this was a hiking spot for people until the wyvern showed up a long time ago, and then people stopped using this path. It has been known to be dangerous, and since the wyvern showed up, more monstrous creatures have taken up residence on this mountain. He hesitates and asks you guys if you want him to come with you all the way, or, you know, if that's all you need from him and he can go his own way now.
Is the path obvious from here?
He nods. It's not too... You know, there's really only one way. Up and take the easiest way. There'll be some areas where you're going to have to climb big rocks. But, you don't need gear to do it. Just, you know, effort. He also looks towards the west and the setting sun and says, I don't know if you'll make it there before sundown, though. It's a long way up.
I have one question. How do you feel about the dragon fighting?
I would rather not have to do it.
Rather not or cannot?
I mean, I've never fought a dragon before. I wouldn't know the first thing about how to start. But you saved my life a few times, and my family's as well. You asked me to come do this thing, I will do it.
Do you have any useful skills?
Thank you very much for your services. I will not ask you to die today.
All right.
Unlike that heartless one.
I roll my eyes at him.
You would have an unskilled climber try to fight a dragon. I can think of no crueler fate.
If fighting brimstone is not important enough to you to ask everyone to help, then I can't answer for your reasoning. Farewell, guide.
Okay.
I bow to him.
I'm gonna. There's a small cave, real small cave down in the, just back that way in that canyon. I'll wait down there for you guys to come back. I'll be there waiting, unless something comes and eats me.
I hope nothing will eat you, and I pat him reassuringly on the shoulder.
Thanks.
Farewell.
He turns around and starts scrambling back down the hill,
Good luck.
leaving you guys to your own devices.
I don't really care if he dies, to be honest, though. Like, who's this guy anyway, right? Am I right?
It's last week. He's an
I
important
literally don't
NPC.
know who this is. It doesn't matter to me.
This guy, another guy. For all I know, he's the perfect one to kill brimstone.
Okay. So, you guys begin your ascent. The first couple hours or so is not so bad. It's not, I mean, it's a little cold up here on the mountain, but there's no snow or ice. There's not a lot in the way of plants either. It's just kind of this rocky area. Occasionally you'll find a big bush or a small sniveling tree.
How does a tree snivel?
I was trying to think of a word for like small and scrawny, and sniveling came to mind.
It's a really good adjective. I just wanted you to act out being a sniveling tree. Thank you.
My pleasure. And the path goes up and up. Can I get a perception check from everyone in the party, please?
Yes, you may.
Ooh, 31 Tamriel. Wonderful roll. 14, 26. Nice.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh yeah, my one eye is doing a great job.
They're a little cloudy today.
You hear from above you this cackling laughter. And you look up to see 3 of these short, squat, winged creatures that you recognize from the southern continent as ice mephits.
Beware! Ice methods. They're laughing at us.
Are they like the crystal method?
Mephit.
I know.
Beware of the crystal meth. There's nothing to mess around. It's nothing to be messed around with. It's a horrible thing. We must take it down from civilization.
The,
hate crystal mephits.
the ice mephits are kind of flapping their wings and looking at you guys. One of them creates in its hand nope, I take it back. One of them leans over the edge of the cliff and opens its mouth, unleashing a sheet of ice at you, like little bits of icicles, which does D6 saving throw versus breath
Even with
weapon.
a 20 plus 6, I got a 20 and they just attack us.
Well, they
I
were
feel like
there
at least,
and laughing, and you guys just kind of stood there and looked at them, and then they attacked you.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
saw
this is
them.
a quick time
feel like
event.
at
I was
least
waiting for you to
have-
finish talking.
At the
Whoa,
minimum, we'd have
dude.
like a defensive position on a 20. Something. Not no.
I mean, usually you guys are very eager to, I shoot it, I kill it, I punch it, I kick it.
Neil, we were definitely riffing on the methods, misfits.
And the
I
ice
thought we were
mephits
just
took
being,
advantage of your laughing to breathe ice on you. Those
We were being
devious
too cute.
creatures.
Introduction. Why do you have to, why do we have to interrupt you to get the point across that we're shooting it endlessly?
It's okay, Jen. We know now that we need to interrupt Neil, so.
We'll do that all the time.
Good.
We kill it.
Can I get a saving throw versus breath weapon from Albert and Trellis, please?
I failed hardcore, man.
I thought
That's
it's
okay.
not okay.
They're
I
only
got
targeting
a
Albert
20.
and Trellis. It's not that big of a cone.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
okay. I just rolled a
Great.
20 and then I get fired at.
You saw an ice method, and
I got another 20.
there
Big
you
damage.
go.
I should
Whoa.
have seen damage on
Wow,
this
you
one.
both passed with
20.
flying colors. All right.
Back to
you-
back nat 20s.
You take half damage, so you
No,
only
I
take
take no
3 as the ice rains down upon you. It's
take how much?
3 damage. It is
Nope.
minorly irritating and cold as little bits of icicles get stuck in your shoulders.
You rolled a save, so what do you guys do that looks cool that made you not get hit by the icicles?
I'm not looking cool because I'm flustered.
Are you flailing so you just hit some out of the air "Ah!"
No, I don't even react. I'm just I saw this. I saw this land on me. Somehow it got me. I'm okay.
And I tucked in my bow, and I did a little roll, and it hit my foot. While
There we go.
That's better.
Okay. The trio of mephits continue to cackle, laugh, and point in your general direction. Let's roll some initiative.
I can't kick them way up there.
No, they're slightly out of kicking range. They're about 15 feet above you. Poorly.
I am obviously spending a lot of time getting my bow ready today.
Well, you wouldn't want to take the bow out too quickly, you know? You might bend it or something.
Exactly, it's very precious.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make that?
I did. My survival bow.
Awesome. Do you think you could actually use it in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh yeah, this is usable.
Okay.
Like powerfully usable, or just it can shoot something
Not
across
as-
the room?
Not as powerful as my longbow will be and my next few bows.
Mm.
But this is if I'm hungry and want some a rabbit or bunny.
It could actually impale something?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed.
It's an actual bow. I am
mean-
finishing this up, but once that's up, it'll go a little bit tighter and then have a little bit more drawstring to it.
Nice. I mean, I made a lot of bows as a kid, but they would just like shoot a dowel 30 feet, and then I was like, yay, I made a real bow!
Okay. Behana, you go at the same time as one of the ice methods.
So, I would either scale the cliff or try to go around if there's like a way up to get to them.
No, the way up is just this continuing incline path. You could scale the cliff right here. You would have to make a climb check, which is... Look at the bonuses for the terrain.
I'm very agile.
It would be a... it would be a 70% chance to climb to these guys.
So I roll...
A D100, but my question before you roll it is once you climb, because they're kind of, it's like an incline and they're flying, so you could climb up adjacent to them, but what are you going to, how are you going to attack them? Are you going to hold on and kick out, or are you going to jump onto them?
Whoa. Oh, so they're not standing on top of the cliff, they're flying?
They're flying, yeah, just above you.
Oh yeah, I'm totally doing parkour, Neil. I'm gonna like, climb up and like bounce off and then kick.
Okay.
Are they so high up that if I jump off the wall and fall, I'm gonna hurt myself?
They're 15 feet up, so you will take falling damage if you land all the way back down where the rest of the party is.
I can't fall 15 feet?
You can fall 10 feet and take no damage, or 15 feet and take d6 damage. Unless you have the tumbling proficiency. Do you?
Let's find out.
You
I
might.
don't think
You're a
so,
monk.
because I don't usually take tumbling.
What time of day is it?
Later afternoon.
What if Dark Albert catches me when I fall?
You should try and see what happens.
I like Jen's face whenever I say catch me when I fall.
I will catch you. Go for it.
All right, do it. 70%. 7-0.
I decided I'm not gonna fall, Neil. I'm just gonna try to like...
Hang on.
Is
and
there
kick
like
out at 'em.
shrubbery that I could like hold on to and like...
You can hold on to the cliff face. It'll be more awkward to kick, so there'll be a penalty involved, but you can do it.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. It sounds way less cool, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay. 7-0 or lower on a D100, please, to climb.
Lower?
Yeah, 70 or lower. So you start to climb, but the cliff just kind of falls apart in your hands and comes tumbling down. You don't fall anywhere, but it's a scramble and a scramble and a scramble, and it's just not getting you where you want to go. The method directly above you laughs at you, pointing its long clawed finger, and again breathes a volley of ice on you. Please make me a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Ha!
Alright, you take half damage. You take 1
Ow!
as the ice rains down.
Ouchies.
Next is Temriel.
I position myself away from the others so that if someone were to ice breath me, that it would only hit myself. I kind of just shake my mace at it. You will pay for this.
Dark Albert.
I cast color spray in the area that the harpies are looking at, while telling to my party, "Look out!"
What harpies?
Well, the crystal meths,
Well, there are no crystal meths anywhere.
the ice meth thing,
There's no ice meths anywhere.
Neil!
the opponents we are fighting.
Okay. Those of
Whatever
6
you
lowers-
want them to be.
Okay, please roll me d6 for the number of targets you affect.
Wait. Alright. 2.
Two of them just fall immediately to the ground at your feet. Why don't you roll a d6 for how much damage they take?
My beauties, come at me. Come at me swiftly, my beauties.
They take
Ha.
4 damage.
Since my action was kind of to attack them with the mace, can I attack them when they fall?
Sure. You can attack one of them.
Alright. Do I get some kind of advantage since they fell?
Yeah, they're unconscious on the ground, +4 to hit.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1d. Wow.
You hit it, indeed.
Great. Take 8.
You crush the poor ice mephit underneath your mace. It is dead and no more. The sole remaining one takes off, flying straight up. Trellis.
Coward!
Can I take my bow and I aim at it in the air and I
Nice.
shoot. It's a hit.
15 is indeed a hit. You strike the mephit as it flies straight up. Roll me some damage.
Four points.
All right. It takes the arrow in the leg, squawks loudly, and just it keeps going, trying to.
I
avoid
get a
you.
double shot. Can I hit him
You
again?
do get a second shot. Your second shot will be at medium range, so penalty of 2 to hit.
Wait, I couldn't have just bust out the bow faster while he gets.
No,
hit
you get your second attack at the very end of the round.
Oh, okay. All right. Medium. You said plus what?
-2. Give me a saving throw versus death, please. You
Oh yeah.
fumble your bow.
That's a D20, right?
Yes, ma'am. You fumble your bow so badly. Doesn't make sense for you to target another person straight above you. Maybe your arrow kind of comes up and then like falls right back down on a random party member. On Albert, give me a roll to hit against Dark Albert.
As I see the arrow coming down upon me, I say, "You will pay for this."
No, just a roll to hit, not a damage.
Watch out! I yell.
Roll to hit, not damage. Okay. Dark Albert, does 11 hit you?
No.
Okay. It comes right down next to Dark Albert, who manages to spin out of the way.
After
I say,
said,
nice
"Watch
try.
out."
Nice try. Maybe you'll get me next time.
I said, "Watch out!" I wasn't trying to hit you.
There's one ice mephit remaining at your feet, who's unconscious. Maybe not entirely unconscious, but dazed. His head is rolling back and forth. His eyes are spinning one eye is spinning counterclockwise, the other eye is spinning clockwise. Like a 3-foot kind of pale and blue, long-nosed, long-chinned, long-eared, squat-headed, imp-like creature with like icicles coming off of him in every direction, but the icicles are kind of his skin. You know, like you've seen those weird like leaf insects that look like a leaf? This guy just looks like icicles everywhere.
Sure, I'll just go ahead and like stand over it with my mace to its head. Do you work for Brimstone?
Can it talk?
It is still under the effect of Jen's color spray spell, so it is totally out.
I'm like, look at those beautiful colors. So wonderful.
You can wait a few minutes.
They're spinning in front of your face.
They are very beautiful colors.
Oh, you looked at them. Look at those beautiful colors. I tie up the little dude.
You tie him up.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a few minutes. Eventually, not to tie him up, but after a few minutes, the color spray wears off, and the creature starts rapidly blinking and shaking its head and coming to. Then it stops,
I don't stand in front of him, by the way.
seeing itself surrounded by the 4 of you.
Tell us what you know about Brimstone, and you can live.
try all the languages I know. Which
What
is
languages do you know?
Common, Elven, Thiefscant, and Mermaid.
Fantastic. It does not seem to respond to any of these
Speak
languages.
Mermaid, my dear. Blue, 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 blue. No.
I try Nomish and Old Common.
Does not respond to these either.
If we sleep one night, I could talk to him. Or we could just kill it. I
This
take
thing
out
is
my
useless.
knife.
Feel free to put it out of its misery, Albert.
I kill it.
I say it did not look very miserable.
It's not difficult. You have it tied up. You have it restrained. You can just kill it where it stands or where it
At
lays.
least we did some rope economies today. I take back my rope.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the ice method. You can continue to scale the side of the mountain, but it is clear the sun is going down. You have a great view from up on Ice Cap. You've got a fantastic view.
What does it look like? What do we see?
If you would direct your eyes to the map,
Mm-hmm.
you see what you see. There's a great big forest, a large lake, a swamp, another forest on the other side, some big plains. You can probably see about 10 miles from where you are, so maybe more, maybe like 15 miles. So you can see a pretty good range. You can probably see a little bit of smoke rising from the forest near the edge of the lake where Pine Spur is.
Do we see any leprechauns?
You do not see any leprechauns on the mountain.
Do we see any brimstones?
Not yet. They're supposed to be here somewhere.
Let us continue.
Okay.
I'm not as powerful without the sun. Well, how far to the top? How long do you think it'll take to the top?
If you kept walking all night, you might be able to get there before sunup, but you will definitely not reach it before the sun goes down. And climbing this mountain at night in the dark would be treacherous for those of you that do not have infravision.
Let's continue tomorrow, shall we?
I suppose.
The question is, how would you like to make camp? You're kind of on the edge of a mountain with not a huge trail. You have
On the
any
edge of
plans?
And hanging on a
Does
moment.
it look like there's anywhere where we can go within the next 2 hours? That would be better.
You know, your path, you can only see so far ahead of you. You know, you can only
I
see the
can
next
scout it out,
few
my
minutes.
friends, as I turn into a flying creature.
Aurora Kara.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Jen flies around. Give me a perception check, Jen. While you fly around.
22.
Nice!
Pretty good with my +6.
Right, the one-eyed flying bird elf does indeed spot I wouldn't quite call it a cave, but kind of an undercut in the rock. Maybe, 300 feet down the path and then like 20 feet up the mountain. It's an area that you wouldn't notice from the path that you were climbing, and it would take a climbing check to get there. But it is a nice shelter that will
But-
keep you off the path and keep you out of the weather.
But I attach my rope to a large boulder and throw it to my comrades to ease their way.
Fantastic. That is a guaranteed success. You guys you now have a place to stay for the night. You climb up into your little hidey hole and go
You
to
are
sleep.
welcome.
And I think sleeping is a perfect opportunity for us to take our first break a little bit early. And when we come back, we will see them scaling the mountain. See you guys on the other side of break. Bye.